What's up, everybody? Well, I got another Asus G15 Advantage gameplay video for you guys today. And today, we're doing the Outer Worlds, but this time at 1440p. Now, it was a little wonky after a while. Once I got to the town, I believe, at 1080p, it was kind of dropping down into the high 40s. And I was like, holy shit, I was not expecting that. I figured it would be able to effortlessly handle this thing. But the GPU was going all over the place, and that might just be an AMD thing. Maybe it was overheating. Unfortunately, I was able to get some of the stats back, but temperature was not one of them, unfortunately. And that's a pretty important one. I would like to know what it's at, but it could. Some games just do that. Hey, they let the GPU usage go, or not the megahertz go all over the place, and then it seems like the same kind of games always tend to have those big stutters. But this game also already had big stutters too, so I can't really say one way or the other, unfortunately, in this time. But either way, why don't we stop blabbing and why don't we get to gaming?
Alright, now we're gonna do 1440p and we're gonna do the exact same thing we did at 1080p. We'll start on ultra and go down to high. Because it seems like ultra and very high seem to be just a little too much for this particular system, unless mine's just doing some wonky stuff. But it seemed to be one of those ones where the GPU clock goes all over the place. And I don't think it's overheating. It could be, though. It's not showing me the temps, so I have no idea. I at least got some of the temp stuff back. But still, game time.
Ever consider the Marauder life? It's pretty sweet. And no serial dramas. I've been thinking about going back. I just gotta know if Lord Cavendish really is the masked marketeer. I'll take my stuff and head on back, I suppose. Grace is gonna be glaring knives at me, so I've got that to look forward to.
One of us want to go back to the old cannery, huh? Don't know what else I expected. We didn't always get along, but I'm glad to know she's safe. What happened, anyway? Zoe joined up with a band of marauders. Zoe. The same Zoe who doesn't know a barrel from a trigger. Well, I've heard stranger things. You pretty much did my job for me. Least I could do is pay you for your trouble. Let me know if I can do something for you. What happened? I fell into a transformer?
Now, for very high, it didn't make a humongous difference at 1080p. Maybe it will make a bigger difference at 1440 here. Either way, we're going to test it out anyway. And then, of course, we'll try high after this, which is what I would play on. But alright, I'd say it's time to get into the game. So now we'll do high real quick before getting to the camera recorded portion. Alright, we've pretty much already gotten to the bottom, but I usually like to get about 20 seconds of, time here just to make it a little easier to click on. I've realized if you make it too short, yeah, it's good for time, but then it makes it nearly impossible to click on YouTube, but has more than enough blabbling. I'd say it's game time.
I've been feeling pretty low these days.
Hey, I need to talk.
Somebody's been running around talking about the Hope. Wonder if that's a new drug of some kind. Let's see it. Don't keep us waiting. Sweet life-giving nostrum. The first hit's always the best. Scratched together all the bits I had around the domicile. It ain't as much as you deserve, but it's all I got.
So it is now, of course, time for some camcorder gameplay. Unfortunately, some people were tapping me when I was setting up and had to just kill them. I should have just paused, but I just kind of killed them out of instinct. And then went, oh shit. Well, hopefully we'll find some more action. We're going to go in here for a second. Hopefully we're not going to spend like the whole time in the damn cave, though. We generally like going into caves for testing because it makes you go, oh wow, look at all those FPS. Then you get outside and like, oh.
Nice.
It's a fine new day in Edgewater. The cannery hums, streetlights and faces glow. I suppose this means the two of you were able to sort out the matter? Not unexpected. Take heart in the fact that you've saved the rest from idleness and marauders. From our own graveyard, just outside the gates. And Silas had not even an inkling. What do they pay the man for?
He spends all day digging graves, Vicar. Sir. Sometimes he's got to sleep.
Yes, of course. My reaction was unreasonable.
Flowers grow well enough, and creeping ivies, and the fuzzies that grow on rocks, but we don't eat.
It is my understanding that none of the local life, plant or animal, is edible. Earth crops are grown in farms, not isolated cannery towns. Once the spark of life is fled, the mortal form is but unanimated matter, comprised of the same elements as the rest of the universe. We inter for the comfort of the living, not the benefit of the dead. While distasteful, I would judge Ms. McDevitt's actions beneficial to the greater good. The universe is a mechanism. Its operation and meaning can be understood by observation. By understanding, we move closer to verity and kinship with the grand architect. Animals are ruled by their hearts. Humans were gifted with intellect for a purpose. I've never seen you before, and there's been no paperwork indicating a transfer. Half the time it's wrong, but a new worker without paperwork? Unheard of.
Unheard of,
Also,
indeed.
you lack the distinctive worker gaze. Usually either a deadening behind the eyes, or in some rare cases, a wild-eyed frenzy, like a trapped animal. Pretty universal here, except for Miss Holcomb, who, for some reason, doesn't seem to have much to say to me. Isn't that right?
It's just... there's more to it all than numbers. Sorry.
I'm simply bemoaning the level of spiritual awareness in this town. Yes, but there are few who hear me in this miserable place. I must double my efforts to elevate my flock. These are good, hard-working people here. Yes, and thank you for pointing it out. It is wrong of me to succumb to distress. This place could be so much more, and I will continue in my quest to make it so. They who are not satisfied with their work are satisfied with nothing. No. How about, work fortifies the spirit. True exhaustion awaits idle hands. The OSI teaches that the Grand Architect set a perfect system in motion at the beginning of time. Contentment is found by accepting one's role in that grand plan. The order of scientific inquiry, also known as scientism to the layperson. You don't talk to the Grand Architect. Once the universe was set in motion, it stepped back. It has no concern for us. We will eventually decode the plan and all its intricacies. Once we are able to deduce the properties of every particle in the universe and its trajectory, we will know everything. The future, the past, each person's place within the plan, all will be laid out before us, removing struggle and bringing peace. No one will ever need question their path again. Some even believe this ultimate knowledge will unlock mankind's true potential, and we will all become akin to grand architects ourselves, after a fashion. Well, first there's the matter of these secret blood
I
rites
just want
and
to see if
animal
he's full of shit
sacrifices.
or not. But if
I'm
he's
kidding,
actually able to
kidding.
explain it, then he actually probably believes in it all.
To
Or
truly
he's just a really
understand
good
the
scammer. I just
metaphysics
wanted to.
involved takes years of study
I
and
don't know, I just don't
contemplation.
trust this guy. Alright, we got your
Wonderful. This is fantastic. Well worth all the sacrifices I... Wait. What the fuck is this? Is this French? I can't fucking read French. It's a law-forsaken joke is what it is. French. Ha! I was so high and mighty, preaching to the yokels about following the plan, while fighting it at every turn. I've spent my life searching for the keys to unlocking the secrets of the universal equation that underlies the plan. I had hoped this book held some of those answers. I became so desperate, I even got myself assigned to this plague-ridden backwater to find the damn thing. All the time and suffering I've spent. Wasted. Bocconi, the author, had some interesting theories about man's perception of reality that I thought could be applied to our attempts to decipher the plan. Unfortunately, he was also one of the founders of the Philosophist school of thought, so the book is banned in this colony. Philosophism's a false religion that stands in contradiction to almost everything we know to be true. They believe all is chaos, in stark contrast to OSI's belief in the plan. But most of the philosophist perversion of Bocconi's thoughts came more than a century after his death. Yes, you're right. Such are the workings of the equation. And I've only my own hubris to blame. I certainly never planned for this contingency. But that's neither here nor there. What I need to do now is to find a translator, obviously. But to do that, I'll first need to secure transport. You have a ship. Perhaps I could make myself of use to your crew. Certainly. I already gave you most of my money, but I can offer you free spiritual counseling, and I'd be happy to watch your back. I'm pretty handy with a toss-ball stick, or any blunt instrument, really. I'm also a passable gun hand, if it comes to that. I can usually talk my way out of conflict, though. Oh, I'm fairly competent at hacking computers as well. Fantastic. Let me get my things in order and I'll catch up with you.
Edgewater's gonna miss you. Folk here always had good things to say about their vicar.
Thank you, Miss Holcomb. I'll be glad for the change of scenery, and to leave this place behind. I shall see you on the ship, Captain, whenever you're ready to leave Emerald Vale.
Alrighty. And all that's left to do, I think, is give that guy the report that I did all the stuff he wanted me to do. And yeah, he's all the way up there, but I think we've had enough talking for the rest of this video, so why don't we go wrap this video on up?
Alright guys, that's a wrap for the Outer Worlds at 1440p. And seemed like I got a little bit better frame times, but obviously 1440 is a little harder to run, so we did have to, do the same dropping down to high, and it seemed like it was basically staying above 60 the whole time. There might have been a time here or there, I think, where I saw it drop under, but it was during like a stutter, so I didn't really want to count that. But regardless, still playable. I would prefer if it would stop stuttering so much, but I think that's just the way this game was, if I remember it correctly, and everybody kind of complained about that. But regardless, that is that for this video, so I hope you guys enjoyed the video, because I sure as hell enjoyed making it for you guys. And until the next video, peace out, guys.